So the first observation I would make is that access to the internet has been improving regularly over time. Well, whether it's the building of more infrastructure or the introduction of smartphones that have internet capability, that's moving ahead pretty rapidly, and the costs are actually coming down. The devices for internet that are internet capable are less and less expensive over time, which means they're accessible to a larger population of users. And I think that the formats, things like that, are the real problem. So the digital divide part I'm not so worried about. Formats and the way in which the content is rendered and the way in which you can interact with it still requires a fair amount of work, and in particular to make things accessible to someone with a vision impairment, a hearing impairment, a motion impairment is actually very hard. There's a lot of art as well as science and engineering associated with it. And so here we're doing only marginally well. And it's my belief that even though you might have taken steps to configure a system to help a person with vision impairment, for example, it may also turn out to be the case that the steps you make, for example, audio feedback or the ability to say rather than type what it is you want the system to do, might benefit a whole lot of other people. For hands-free operation, for example, it has nothing to do with vision impairment. It has to do with other kinds of features available. So I'm a big fan of trying to figure out how to achieve accessibility by doing things that everybody will find useful, as opposed to narrowly focusing on one particular person's or a small group's needs. Part of the reason for this is that it may actually make the system easier for everybody to use. And second, it may, by putting in these, for example, hands-free capabilities, you actually make the system a lot more useful over a broader range of contexts than you would otherwise.